So next month will mark 2 years since I purchased the Maschine Plus, and I have to say I have really enjoyed using this hardware. But there's some things we need to talk about, some good and some bad. Let's get into it. Chill Squad, what it do? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not part of the Chill Squad, what are you doing? So today I'm going to give a 2-year review of the Maschine Plus, and if this is something that you should buy, or if it's something that you should pass up on. So the first question most of you are probably asking, we're going to get it out the way now, is the Maschine Plus worth spending $1,200 on? And the answer to that question is, it depends. It depends on the producer. In my opinion, for most producers, this is not worth it. And here's the thing. This is a premium value product. So by default, it's only going to be an adoption rate of roughly 10 to probably 15% of people who probably have the MK3. We're basing the value of the Maschine Plus off the hardware and all of that stuff, you know, the parts, things of that nature, then it's not worth the price. But if we're basing this on the perceived value and the result and the payoff that this thing can offer you, then yes, it is very well worth the price, because there is so much that this thing can do that the MK3 cannot do. Now, I do want to say, if you're somebody who probably just wants a DAW that's going to be stationary and that you don't want to keep unhooking this and hooking it back up because you're not someone who travels, then this product probably isn't for you to buy right now. Not everyone needs to buy the Maschine Plus. The MK3 is $600. You can literally get the same results if this is all you're going to use it for. For me, I don't travel too frequently, but when I do travel and I know there's going to be a place where I can hook up my machine, I actually do bring my machine with me, because when you go to different areas, you get to benefit from that. I'm going to touch more on that later. That's actually a benefit I really want to dive into. But for me personally, I do pack my machine up. I even got a machine case from Sweetwater.com. Go to Sweetwater, get your Maschine Plus. Go to Sweetwater to get your information. My boy Tyler, he can hook you up over there too. I'll have his information down in the description down below. No sponsor, by the way. That's just me looking out for y'all. But here's where I have my issues with the Maschine Plus, and that is the limited standalone flexibility. You cannot really do too much standalone because the CPU and the RAM are not hitting, and you don't even have all of the Native Instruments plugins inside of the standalone mode, and you can't even use the third-party plugins that you have downloaded from other producers or other developers. So you are very limited. It's almost bare bones of what you can do standalone mode. Now, you do have your expansions that you can download onto your Maschine Plus, but even with that, you're going to need to get a good memory card so you can have the memory to hold all that. And on top of that, because of the limited effects, the limited plugins, you don't really have much room to mix down the songs to your liking standalone. Now, you do have access to all of your sound kits and your sound packs from other producers. So if you have some sample packs from the Sample Lab, or if you have some drum kits from Decap, you can actually use those in the Maschine Plus standalone. However, it's not the most organized, and just navigating through all of those windows to the Maschine Plus is not the most fluid. There's no touch screen on the screens, so it makes flowing with the Maschine Plus and getting to your flow state a little bit more difficult. Now, on the upside of standalone mode, which I don't necessarily hear talked about, but this is some of the best things I love about standalone mode, is that it's great for generating ideas. You don't necessarily have to start and complete a beat in standalone mode. You can just start a beat, get the bare bones of the beat done, and then upload that beat onto your computer and finish it off there, where you have access to all your plugins, where you have access to all of the effects that you want to use, where you have access to all your drums, and it makes your life a whole lot easier because you don't have to worry about pushing the standalone mode to its limit anymore. So if you create just the bare bones from that context, let's just say you travel just across seas, or let's just say you go over to an island, you just want to make a beat in your hotel room and just the vibe of that hotel room, or you're in a studio session with somebody, and just the vibe in the studio session is just hits a little bit different, and you just want to create in that moment. You can take that creativity and mature that creativity in your own studio later on. So that is a huge plus for the Maschine Plus that, you know, the MK3 can't even come close to, which is why I said that perceived value, that result, it's priceless at that point, because this gives you opportunities that you wouldn't normally have. Now, I know a lot of people are upset about the third-party plugins, and you have the right to be. A lot of people are upset about not all of Contact's plugins being available on the Maschine Plus standalone. But if you can put your mind to the fact that, hey, this is a hybrid between standalone and as well with my computer, I could start it here and finish it here. Matter of fact, this is the gamer in me. Treat it like a Nintendo Switch. You could get some progress done handheld and get back to your main gaming on your big screen TV later on in the day. I would say treat your Maschine Plus, if you're somebody who travels a lot and you want to get more ideas out, treat it like I got 10 minutes to go ahead to lay down the foundations of a beat. In fact, you could use the Maschine Plus standalone mode to get better in doing your chord progressions. You could use the Maschine Plus standalone mode to get better at your melodies. Because you don't have the distraction of your computer in front of you, you can literally practice more undistracted with the standalone mode, which are some hidden gems that I do believe can help you become a better producer. So would I recommend a Maschine Plus to somebody? Absolutely. I would recommend it for a few reasons. One, you may not be someone who travels right now a lot in your life, but if you're someone who's going to be a producer for, let's just say, another few decades, if you're really serious about this, you're more than likely will be in a season where you might be traveling a lot more, and you might find some value in using the Maschine Plus. And even if you don't travel, take the Maschine Plus away from the studio in your house for a second. Go in the kitchen and make some beats. Go in your bedroom and make some beats. Go to the attic, go to the basement, go to a different environment in your own household and just see if the vibe of you making beats in a different room hits different. That's the option you have with this. So even if you don't necessarily travel outside your house, you could travel within your house and get different vibes from the different vibes in that room. Another thing that I would say is, if you are serious, if you're a business in this, here's two things. One, you can actually make the money back by selling beats, whether that's leases or that's selling exclusives, or this is something that I really want you to take home. So if you can't take anything home from this, take this home. You owe it to yourself as a business to buy a premium value product such as a Maschine Plus. You owe it to yourself to spend $1,200, so somebody will spend $1,200 on your exclusive beats. So somebody will spend $1,200 on something that you have of value later on. Because the truth of the matter is, we sell like we buy. And if you don't have the confidence to buy something that's $1,200, you won't have the confidence to sell something that is $1,200. And we are all in this. Everyone who is watching, if you are making music seriously as a business, you want to do this in a way where it replaces your day job. You don't want to be the struggling artist forever. So if you really want to push yourself, invest in this so you force yourself. And you also know it's a fact, because you know that if you would spend $1,200 on your career, somebody else would. There's an artist that right now that wants to spend over $1,000 on a beat, but no one's selling it. They're waiting for you. So that's all I got to say with this. That is my review on the Maschine Plus. I got tons of videos of Maschine right here. Y'all go ahead and check them out. Let me know what y'all think. If you all like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. This is Avidan, and we are out. Peace, y'all.